Yo, dude, Bubba. I finally got the shifter to go with my wheel. What are you talking about?
It was only 1,000.
What kind of wheel you got? Oh, you must got a direct drive wheel.
No, I got a Fanatic CSL Elite.
Yeah, I'm not going that much money into it. No, sir.
Exactly.
I just bought a new wheel. I like my new wheel, but I just got the H pattern
What'd
shifter
you
to
get?
go with it. I got a T300.
Yeah, that's perfect. And you got that th8a shifter.
Yeah, I just got it, and I got the
Now, here's what's... I'm going to tell you a little
I got the
secret,
three
man.
pedal set
You
too.
got that shifter? Yeah, yeah. I had the CP3A Pro pedals, the metal ones.
That's what I got.
The diamond plate metal ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I tell you something. Spend 29 bucks. Go to Rick Motec and buy that short throw shifter kit.
Yeah, I had thought about that.
Yeah, that's I tell you, it makes a lot of difference, dude. Because you're not throwing it so far to get in gear. Because yeah, I actually bought the Rick Motec brake load cell for it too, and all that shit sitting in the corner. No, it's on the 300, but I got this Killing Buck wants it, so.
Dude, I love my 300.
Oh, dude, it's a badass wheel.
It's so smooth.
But
go easy on the outlap.
Yeah, because it's all belts. It doesn't have any gears like the 150 does.
Well, yeah. See,
the
I
150
started.
has belts and gears.
Yeah, see, I started with a with the 150.
Yeah, I started with a GT27 back on the 3.
Oh, I guess they still hadn't fixed the stock cars on Project. Yeah, they ain't fixed the shifting on the stock cars and Project cars yet. Cause you know, in real life they can sit there and they don't have to use the clutch to shift.
You don't use the clutch. Yeah, I don't use the clutch. I use my shifter. I don't use the paddle shift. I use the shifter, but I don't use the clutch. Because on this game, you can use the shifter with no clutch.
Oh yeah, you can do that automatic clutch, can't you?
Yep.
But I feel like that would mess me up, honestly.
Dude, because here's the thing, on my 300, I had to have the clutch like all the way in, or it was almost like the car would pop out of gear. So it always fucked me up because if I didn't jam it in there. What a dick. This motherfucker riding around in the middle of the fucking track.
Yeah, but that can get you in trouble if you downshift at the wrong time. Or you just do what I just did. I'm still getting used to this shifter, and I just threw it in the wrong.
No, you will a couple times. You're gonna miss a couple shifts. Put it in the wrong gear. But that's another thing that short throw. Short throw is you don't have so far to get into it, to get in the gear.
Oh,
so
dude, I went from second to fifth gear earlier. And then I went to fourth, back down to third.
You know what's crazy about the shifter I got for the Fanatic? It's got 8 positions. So depending on like if you're playing project cars and
That's
you
what
got
mine has. It has 8 positions.
another.
You talking about 8 gears? It has 7 forward and a reverse.
Yeah, one's got something like that, 7 or 8 forward and then a reverse.
No. I've never really met. I mean, I've raced with Keno before, but no, he's never talked about getting in it. Oh, this isn't this Thursday. This is a few weeks out. But that Project Cars race, that's not. We don't have an actual series. We're just doing a one-off during Speed Week. We might end up doing a GT league, but I don't think it's going to be until after we're done with the NASCAR stuff this year.
Okay, I see what you do when you got the automatic. Okay, yeah. When you got the automatic clutch on, cause like they still haven't fixed the stock cars, like I said on Project Cars. Right. So if you run that automatic clutch when you're downshifting for a corner, if you go in and just what's the word I'm looking for? I just tap your gas. So it don't sound like the car's bogging down and it won't try and spin out on you. You still got those RPMs up. Because I mean, like, you know, even though they don't use the clutch to shift in real life anymore, they still got to come off the gas.
Exactly.
Dude,
but you know what I found, like even on this one, if I'm running road courses, I love the shifter because I don't have to use half as much brake. You know, I'm downshifting and then, you know, letting that slow the car down before I have to apply any brakes.
Alright, Michael, I'm watching.
Oh, are you? Well, this is my track, so I don't know, we'll see. Yeah. I'm not going to be on long. I just want to try the shifter out. Get some heat in these tires before I really try and push this thing. Oh God. Alright, Chris, ignore that spin.
Oh, that's spin?
Oh yeah, I'm still spinning.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Alright.
You a stock car?
Yes, I am. But the bitch don't want to turn.
Duh.
Alright, I'll tell you what, I got a better idea.
Yeah, you might want to give up on this.
Alright, don't go nowhere. I'll go back in that Mustang I was running. I think I got my heel to toe shifting down. We'll see. I noticed though with this shifter, there's a lot. It took me a minute to
learn how to do that shit.
There's a lot. It takes a lot more concentration to run these things. Because you're trying to stick it, like you said, in the proper gear. I think I am gonna do what you told me to do. Go to Rick Motec and get that short throw mod for it.
Best 29 bucks I ever spent, dude.
Cause that short throw mod, that should make stuff a lot easier.
Oh, it does.
I mean, and I can take the shifter and I can turn it into sequential mode and run it
A sequential
on,
shifter, yeah.
Yeah, I can run it on like
yeah, like if they're doing like dirt or something, dirt rally or one of them games.
exactly. All right, let's see what this thing will do.
Egg salad.
What up, Tumor?
What's going on?
Same old shit.
Chris, this track's a fun little track. I can't remember the name of it. It's I think it's like Long Beach Street Circuit or
Okay,
something.
bud, take it easy on the outlap. Warm the tyres before you start pushing hard.
So did you get my message earlier there, Fred?
Oh yeah, about a leak. What are they gonna run?
It's wherever they run that Saturday.
No man, I don't.
Damn, I about missed that
Oh, well,
gear.
that's
Other
Sunday.
tracks enough. I don't run them other tracks enough to be competitive.
But we're gonna leave it at default.
Default, pretty much. Sim only.
Yeah, default pretty much. Yep, but we're gonna boost the laps up.
Really? 100%?
We can do 100%.
No, I'm saying, is that what y'all are gonna do?
Stage racing too. We're just gonna
Whose
get a
league
bunch
is
of
it?
people who are down with it. Nobody's leagues, just something we're gonna do.
Who's we? That's what I'm saying. You got a mouse in your pocket?
No, that's a rat.
Okay, who's we?
I was talking to Dustin about it earlier.
Is he in? Why?
No, hell no.
Oh man, I got a Snapple jar. I ain't gonna fill it all the way up, but it'll be close. Yep. They probably want some ungodly price for it.
We're there. Snot flying out of their nose.
Damn, I keep underdriving that corner.
Fucking TMC sent me a damn TMC sent me a damn invite to I think it is Killer Hemi's room. I should have known. Tumor's in here. Killer Hemi. I sent you a damn thing.
Damn, I missed that gear.
You knew what you were getting into when you accepted it, man. You know that motherfucker can't drive. He has these moments of clarity like a little retarded kid, but other than that.
You guys talking about Killer Hemi?
Yeah, some nights he drives good, some nights he ain't worth a fuck. 17.
Oh, you suck.
Who sucks?
You, I've seen you hit the wall like every other point.
I ain't hit the wall every other corner.
every 3 corners. Thank you.
This is a corner I keep overdriving up here. Or not overdrive, underdrive. No, I'm on a real driving game. I'm not on that 1999 freaking arcade video game. Oh god, I messed that shift up. No, Project Cars 2.
Oh, Project Cars 1's better.
I thought so. Oh yeah.
I normally do my racing
I'm saying
on...
that's my opinion. It's my opinion.
I normally do my racing on iRacing though. What, iRacing? You wouldn't whoop my ass.
I got a tomahawk that'll whoop your ass. Anytime you want to race.
Anytime you want to race, I'll be on Project Cars 2 or iRacing. I'll even go as far as Dirt Rally or Dirt 4.
I got Dirt 4. Well, if you want to play some of that Gran Turismo Sport.
Oh.
Not me.
I'll tell you what I've been racing a lot of that I like is that F1 17. I think that's pretty badass. Yeah, but they ain't nowhere near like they used to. I couldn't fucking stand them back in the day. But the new one's badass. Monaco's a tough track, man. That's probably the toughest track you run. Yeah. I mean, once you get there. Fuck yeah.
I used to be real good at Monaco.
Yeah, it's hard to pass there. Yeah. Now, you know what my game was on fucking PS2? It was Kart World Series. Yeah, because it wasn't F1, it was, you know, our Indy cars that we used to be called Kart. It's just like buying your old lady a pipe or a bowling ball, and you just like, yeah, she ain't gonna use it. I'll go ahead and use this. Fuck yeah, Cool Borders was too. Remember Cool Borders? I like that a little bit better than SSX.
Well, look, I race
Well,
I've
they're
been
not charging you
iRacing.
$20 no more. They're charging you 60 to 120. So it better be fucking on point.
Well, look, I've iRaced for almost a year, and I got off of it for a while, and then I got back on it, and then when I got back on it, I came over here to PlayStation, and I wanted to see how my T300 worked on the NASCAR game. When I loaded that game up, the physics or lack thereof made me sick, and not only that, but the graphics look like NASCAR 98 on the PlayStation 1.
It does. I mean, they're nowhere like iRacing. Yeah, because you got to spend money. And it ain't like you could just jump in a lobby. The fucking, the races are like every hour.
Look, no, you can jump in a lobby. They got hosted lobbies.
Do they?
Yeah, they got hosted lobbies. It costs money to host them. It's like 50 cents an hour or something like that. But you won't find any better sim racing out there than on iRacing.
Nope.
And you won't find
100%.
any better stock car race, and drivers, because they're clean, but you won't find any better stock car race or stock car races.
When you pay money for something, you take it seriously.
Exactly, dude. The dirt racing on there with the super late models and the sprint cars is a freaking blast.
Yeah.
The rallycross on there is a blast. Oh. So my first race, yeah, it's Road to Pro. It's every Tuesday night. So my first race ever on iRacing was in a street stock car around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in that lobby. He finished 17th. I led 18 of the 20 laps and won the race.
Well, we used to have this motherfucker that come in here, swore he was Brad Keselowski. His fucking online name was B. Keselowski. Sounded just like the motherfucker, right? He couldn't goddamn hold it straight. I said, you know what? You might be a stock car driver, but you ain't worth a fuck on the game.
Me and Chris,
that's what I told his ass.
Me and Morris, we had a lot of the same thing, and over on Xbox, we had one pretending to be Dale Jr., and we were supposedly playing Call of Duty with them, and then we watched 24 Hours of Daytona 2, and it showed him, Dale Jr., sitting on top of the pit box, and Chris was like, so, how are you playing Call of Duty and still sitting on top of the pit box?
Right.
And we had the same thing with Brad Keselowski, but what was so funny...
But that's where they
me
found
and
Martin
Chris
Truex Jr. and TJ Majors. He got both of them off iRacing.
Oh, I've raced with TJ Majors. I've raced with Parker Kligerman. I've raced with Rico Abreu. I've raced with Rico Abreu a few times. Me and Rico battled out for a win at Iowa for 50 laps there, and then he got taken out on a restart, and I wound up winning the race.
Well, he's the spotter. He's spotter now. He's spotting for he's spotting for fucking I want to say Logano, yeah. But Junior found him and fucking Martin Truex and all them on fucking iRacing.
Where do you think William Byron came from? He didn't find Truex from iRacing. iRacing didn't exist when Truex was brought up. But anyway,
well, it's somebody else. Somebody is in the ranks now.
William Byron.
I know he brought up Josh Berry. Yeah, I know he brought up William Byron, but he probably raced Brad Kozlowski and I raced him a few times, but I'm pretty sure Brad was already moving up before he was.
Oh, I got one for you. I was in a truck race at Rockingham, and I raced the guy who owned Matt Dusenberry.
Damn.
And in the first lap of the first corner,
Hey, who's in the 3 car?
of the restart, the first lap of that race, he drove into my rear end into turn 1 and he spun me. And I was like, yeah, now I see why your NASCAR games are so shitty.
Suck. You say is that one of the owners for Dusenberry Martin?
No, it was Matt Dusenberry himself.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, every time I get into a lobby, I wreck that son of a bitch. And he asked me one day, he said, Michael, he said, why do you always seem to wreck me? I said, because you make shitty NASCAR games, and I'm trying to get some sense into you. Oh, I missed that shift. He said, I don't make shitty NASCAR games. I said, well, your company does. I said, you said it was supposed to be a sim just like iRacing. Guess what? It ain't nothing like this.
We were nowhere close.
Oh, absolutely
We
not.
wasn't even close.
It's not even a sim attempt, dude. It's false advertising.
So, straight up arcade action.
Dude, freaking, Dirt is supposed to be like a Simcade game, but that game's more of a sim than what... The closest thing on a console I've been able to find to iRacing is Project Cars.
Damn, Tex almost chopped my nose off.
Chris, are you...
Stream since you hit the wall for the 5th time.
Do you not see how tight this track is, bro?
I saw him with his little dumb move.
I'm still getting used to this shifter, man. You gotta think, this is a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, especially if you ain't used to it. And then trying to race.
Yeah, no, I'm only used to, the paddle shifters, which is that's a whole different ball. This is a whole different ball game. You gotta make sure you get your gear shift in the right gate.
Yeah, without trying to look down at that motherfucker.
And see what's bad is I used to drive stick shifts in real life, but I haven't driven a stick shift in a while. But I mean, it's something that it don't never really leave you.
Nah.
That's something you kind of always remember.
Get used to that one, yeah. You just have to get used to running that. Just like I said, you know, the first week I had mine, I'd miss a shift or go, you know, from 2nd gear to 4th gear or something crazy, or 5th gear. I'm getting behind y'all.
It's made me faster though. It's made me be able to shift gears a lot
Now that's
quicker.
here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you what. If you get that shit down, you'll be giving them hell.
No, you just wait till
the physics are so much better.
Oh, you just wait till the road courses on iRacing and these stock cars.
Fuck yeah, dude. All you gotta, you know, I pump the brakes a couple times, a downshift, and let that motherfucker slow down, bend that corner, back in the gear, back on the gas.
It keeps your feet busy too. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
A long
like you
road
said, you were
course.
doing a lot of heel toe shifting and stuff. It will. That was probably the hardest thing for me to learn.
The heel toe?
Yeah. And I still fuck it up sometimes.
Well, see, when I raced in real life, I drove a late model, a dirt late model, and there was no heel toe shifting in that.
Nah, don't need it.
And then when I drag race, you know, that was...
You're straight. Shit,
I had...
get it.
Yeah. But, I mean, I could drive a stick. I just gotta remember that I gotta drive this like, I gotta drive this like a race car, and I can't try and shift these gears like I do in my street car when I had it. You know, this is all quick throws. This ain't that nice and easy, soft.
Nope, this ain't your mama's Corolla. he got slapped that motherfucker up in there. That's why I said, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, $29 for that Rick Motec short throw shift thing, you'll love it.
I was thinking about getting a new knob head for it, but I kind of like this round ball.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if I did anything with that thing, the first thing I did was bought that Rick Motec, because it shortens your throw to get in the gear a whole lot sooner.
Well, I do a lot of research before I buy stuff, and the main guy, I mean, I've researched it. The main guy or the guys that I listen to are the guys from Inside Sim Racing.
Yeah.
Like Darren Ganji and all that. Well, Darren Ganji ain't with them no more.
He don't work there anymore, yeah.
But him and that other guy that left that now had, well, the short dude.
With the bald head?
Yeah, that left and has that sim pit now. I listen to them a lot, and I did a lot of I was throwing it up between the G29 and the T300, and every one of them told me to go with the T300. It was a better wheel than the G29.
You know what, the GT29 looks like an arcade wheel.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a real steering wheel.
A T300 does. A T300 has
G27, a G27 looked like a regular steering wheel.
The T300, you know, has that metal rim. The rim's a little bit thicker, and you can change them out.
Yeah. See, and that's what I like on this Fanatic is quick disconnect.
That's what I got on this. That's what I got on this T300 is a quick disconnect.
Now that's when you have to spin that, you unscrew it and then spin it to take the wheel off. This is a quick disconnect like in a NASCAR car. You just squeeze, you know, pull the knob up and pull it off and put the next one on. But then again, that's why it was $1,000 too. But it actually has onboard stuff on the wheel where it's got 5 different slots where, like, if I like to run 100% feedback on NASCAR, I could run that, and then it's got like force feedback, force effect, your dampener shot, so it's got like about 6 different settings. But if I play F1, I don't like to run my fucking feedback that high because it'll break your wrist. So I run it about 60 on that, but I'll put that on slot S2.
Dude, that's the thing with this Project Cars. I had to turn the feedback down on this wheel over here on Project Cars.
Feel like it's gonna break your goddamn wrist, don't it?
And I got it turned down to like 35 right now, and it still feels like if it breaks loose or something on the asphalt,
gonna hurt you.
Oh, dude, it hurts. And I already got a bad wrist.
I had it 100%, and my old lady was downstairs, and she could hear that fucking wheel when I like when I'm hitting bumps and shit. So I've got mine. I think for F1, I got it down to like 40.
Well, the T300's pretty quiet. I've taken my headset off and listened to it while I was running. The damn fan in it is louder than the actual wheel movement.
No, actually I'm not. I was thinking about it, but I ain't gonna be on too long because you know my goddamn Street Outlaws will get ready to come on in a minute. And then we got Street Outlaws Memphis with JJ the Boss. Out front. I'm out front. I got Texas behind me. Yeah, it is. Almost. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized wheel.
Well, see, I got the Alcantara wheel, so mine's my rim's a pretty good rim size rim too. See, I started on the 150 and I got rid of it, and I got this 300.
Well, see, I like that GT27. But my fucking rim looks huge compared to my 300s. Though the broadcast? Right. It's funny because Killin' Buck was, he gets in the room with me like the party the next day, right? He says, yeah, Fred, he says, I was watching your goddamn broadcast last night, all the way up until the meltdown. Because I just kept getting fucking wrecked. I was like, fuck it, I had enough of this shit, just fuck it, I'm out. Dude, it seemed like everything on the fucking track was hitting me. My guys that I know can drive, it was just one of those nights where I was just getting my ass whooped by everybody.
Oh yeah, dude, I can go ahead and tell this shifter's gonna help me out on iRacing a lot.
Oh fuck yeah.
I had to set up an account. I got 6 free months.
I'm already a Class A. It took me 2 months to get to Class A.
Yeah, you can't just, and here's the thing, most motherfuckers think they can jump on there and automatically race fucking, you know, the Monsters Cup. You can't do that.
Well, you can if you run the Carb Cup.
If you're on the what?
Carb Cup. Yeah.
Well, they kicked Raven off for a week. They kicked Raven off for a week because Raven fucking wrecked somebody.
It still counts as the incident points for you. But it don't happen a lot. And the reason it don't happen a lot is because people actually care about their safety rating as well. And the thing about the
safety,
you
can jump right in the Sprint Cup now. Or
run
Energy Cup now.
You can run Carb Cup, which I mean, it only races at some of the free tracks that it gives you, and it doesn't give class, which on ovals is the street stops. And then you'll go from rookie class, which is the street stocks, and then you'll go to K&N cars, and there's no cautions in any of those races. And then you'll go to from D class, which is the K&N, to C class, which is the trucks. And then you'll go to B class, which is the Xfinity. Now the cautions come into play in C class, and then you'll go from Xfinity to A class, which is the Cup cars. But you can't go on there thinking that those cars are going to drive like they do on that NASCAR game, because they don't. I guarantee you the first time you go to leave pit road, you'll spin out. It's just gonna happen. Because you really gotta watch stuff like your throttle input, your wheel input, how much brake you actually have to drive those cars. Like on that NASCAR game y'all are on, you know how you can just kind of go into a corner, you know, do a quick little tap of the brake and then let the car roll through the corner. That shit don't happen on iRacing. You actually have to brake the cars into the corners, even on the 1.5 miles and the mile tracks. You actually have to drive them.
Yeah. Well, that's why people race that shit. But
because I ran Xfinity race at Dover, and you know on Heat 2 you can just lift and the car will roll. Just tap the brake once and the car will roll all the way through and then get right back into the throttle. You ain't gonna do that. And when I tell you, you can feel when your tires go to crap. You can feel when your tires go to crap. You can tell when the tires get worn. The tracks, you can feel all the bumps in the tracks. You can feel all that. I mean, it's
crazy.
It's I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Side drafting works.
It's a true sim.
Side drafting works on the restrictor plates. Dude, I have gotten spun out from somebody because they got right up on my quarter panel.
Pack the air in it.
Pack the air on the spoiler around. Where was I? I was at Atlanta, and it packed the air around my spoiler, and it just whipped me right around. He never touched me, but it just whipped me right around. And the drafting at the restrictor plate tracks, they're all, you can hook up and go and lock bumpers in the Xfinity class. You can't do it long because you overheat. Same thing with the trucks. And but the cup cars, you can't hardly run up to somebody unless you get that push from behind you. You're not going to draft up to somebody and give them a tap. But the pack racing's real. You drive your car under caution. You got to drive it down pit road. You got to stop in the pit box. You got to go when it drops off the jack. You got to do all that. I mean, there's nothing manual on that, and the only camera view it gives you is you're inside the cockpit, which when I run sim games or racing games, I'm always on the cockpit anyway, unless I was playing NASCAR Heat 2, because that cockpit cam just sucks.
It does. Yeah, the inside the car view, it's cockpit view. But you know what? I'll run the chase cam if I'm broadcasting, just so whoever's watching can see the whole thing.
See, I can't drive like that.
Well, yeah.
See, like Project Cars right here. Like Project Cars right here. I can't. Oh God, that about broke my wrist. Project Cars right here, I can't run on any cam but in the cockpit. Same thing with dirt and iRacing, you don't get a choice. I'm faster. If I were to take this cam and put it on the hood cam or the chase cam or something like that, I'd slow down by a half a second. But if y'all want a good, actual good NASCAR sim, iRacing's where it's at. And the dirt track racing, with the super late models and the sprint cars, oh my God, they are so fun. But I can go ahead and tell, like I said, just running all these laps on project cars I'm running with it right now. My times, my speeds, just being able to work this H pattern shifter has gone up. I can get through the corners better when I don't mess up the heel to toe shifting, that is. Hmm. Okay. Okay. It should. Go load. You can go load a new setup and then you'll see what it'll say. Alright, so let me return the pit box because I'm getting off. You go to where it says tuning setup, and then you'll go at the bottom. Alright, listen to me. Listen to me. Go to tuning setup. No, you see where it says load setup? Hit that and you'll see all tracks, and then over on the left you'll see where it'll say SMS loose, SMS stable. Pick one of those and adjust off of that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Damn, I really don't want to go to bed, but I have to. No. New setup. Yep. And then name that one, you know, whatever you want to, so you know that it goes to that track.